And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Calhoun, he'll have a first down past the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory.
Hey, you got 3.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Who's 15? 14. Here we go. Check. Fresno.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3-15. All day, just like that. Slow down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I'm scared. Rush in.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, turn it up. Check 3.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Check 26. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bobby Wagner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Green 80. 51 the mark, boys. 51. Watch the run. Check. Out. Mike 51.
On 2nd down now. Calhoun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
The tackle made by Garrett Burnett.
Get there.
A gain of 6 yards.
Young Trip is here, baby. Young Trip is here.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Oh, nice move at midfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Touchdown, defense. Mike, 51.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, flush to his right. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to set.
Now Guy stripped. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They go play action with Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sack City, baby.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, it's Carson. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike 51. Go. 14.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
It's our time. It's our time. Kill.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'm coming. Hold up. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey. Go. Hey, check 24.
And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First down, Seahawks.
65, 65, 65.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming, he's coming.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50. Check. Echo.
Mike 51.
Look left. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a first down past the 30. This complete to Lockett. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Room to run past midfield. Gets through, and now an opening. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Bang, 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 bang.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Second and 10 at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there.
You better be afraid of me. All right, number 28, Mike, he's coming.
Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 50-yard line.
You all day. I'm coming after you.
Geis with a carry on second down. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Complete, Richardson has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half. but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here. And
I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
First down, Seahawks. Go. Hey, Mike 51.
On first down, Calhoun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Run left. 14, funny. Mike, come on. 51, Mike, 51. Check Mike. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Don't get it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, he's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Back. 81. Got it. Let's go, 14. Come.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that the...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Lockett. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Haskins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check that.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Right here, guys.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Hey, come on.
He'll find Metcalf. Able to fight through 1 tackle. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A gain of 12.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
On first down, Calhoun. And he coughed it up.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to